the last time we did, and watching a little bit of Cloud Baby whenever I died from being so good at aiming but being out aimed. That Cloud, he kind of needs a little bit of work on his shots, like me. I'm just putting it out there as a critical feedback. So if he's ever watching this, replay, he hopefully doesn't take it personal. But I'm just saying he could do a little bit better. But he does clutch up whenever it comes to last minute decisions, especially on his part. He really knows how to operate. Who was he playing last time? I think he was playing Phoenix last time. No. He was playing Viper.
Okay.
I believe. No. He was playing Raze. Or yeah, he was playing Raze. Being able to throw those grenades back and forth between walls and kind of helping out with choke points, getting me across specific alleys, whatever it's in between long or short, long short. I think we were playing split last time, right?
I don't remember what we were playing last time, but we do see a pretty big B push coming out here, and a nice flank by Smokey to get a pick on the red team. Yeah, I'm in the game. Are you not in the game?
Oh, I'm not in the game. I'm still loading.
Oh no, maybe that's why it took so long. Yeah, we're in the game. Red team, the attacking team, has B locked down. It is 3-1. Pycronus is the last member standing of the defending team on Omen, trying to find a way to get some frags here and defuse the bomb. Rocking the Sheriff. Oh, misses not one, not two, but 3 shots and falls to Frosties. That's going to be a first round win, pistol round win for the red team, the attacking team. It's very interesting that you haven't loaded in yet.
Yeah, I don't know why either. I wonder if it's because I have OBS running in the background or something.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Well, I've switched over to your stream. It's quality right now.
It's it should be not delayed.
It is not.
Okay. So, interesting. We're gonna see Bathtub getting to start round 2 with a Vandal. You don't see that very often. Probably be relying on a lot of frags there. Some frag grenades coming out from the Raze in mid. Trying to hold off that push. 3 members of the red team trying to get that mid control. And 1 member watching each flank on A and B as well. Smoking out that heaven flank. We've got 2 other members in A ropes as well. And the push coming out from Bathtub and Bathnub will get a double frag in mid lane. Blazo with a little bit of a return frag, slowing them down in mid. They haven't seen the spike yet because they did drop the spike in market, so they know that the blue team won't get any vision on spike right now. Now, see, at this point, they've already pretty much committed mid, but then you got 1 member of the red team who's over at A ramps, and that's going to be Ice Cold on the Phoenix, while it's pretty clear that they've tried to push B. But luckily, they're actually going to catch Blazo out on rotation. Blazo rotating to A to make sure they haven't slow walked to A. And now every member of the blue team slow walking back into mid. Maybe trying to bait out some footsteps in mid. But red team now committing to a full garage push, trying to get that spike down with only 15 seconds remaining.
I really like how Bathtub is putting that gun to work right now. That's a huge confidence play right there to just this round put that money down and utilize it as best you can.
Yeah, it's you definitely don't like to run into a Vandal on the second round. That's for sure.
Everyone is going to be running pretty small weapons. If not, they haven't even bought anything. As we can see right now, blue team is still rocking some pistol work over there.
Yeah, and they do not have the economy to buy any ARs right now. They should be good to start buying ARs next round. That's what, it's pretty commonly accepted now that if you win the pistol round, you're going to win the next 2 rounds. You're going to give yourself a nice 3-round advantage at the beginning of the match or at the beginning of the half. Let's see how this garage hold is going to go down for the blue team as 4 members of the red team are pushing into the garage as we speak. And Omen Smoke already there to block off that sight line from Heaven. It's a really important smoke that a lot of people don't put down. You have to be able to block that sight line from Heaven. Bathtub just absolutely demolishing the classic pistol from Blazo.
Alright, I'm finally loaded in here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I
Congratulations.
had to quit the game and restart it.
Thank you for the sparks. And Bathtub, I mean, with a 4K already, gonna be looking for the ace. Doesn't quite know where that Omen is. Just teleported. Behind the wall! Pycronus is gonna find the frag onto Bathtub, but Ice Cold gonna trade him out, finish him up with the Bulldog there. That's gonna be 3 rounds in a row for the red team.
You know, I'm really interested to see how Ice Cold plays at Valorant. His current, I guess, career where he's at competitively is relying a lot on Fortnite, and he plays at a very high caliber in Fortnite right now. He's also a main controller player, so seeing someone completely change into a new game type, and as well as even peripheral with mouse and keyboard, watching the development of this specific player is really fun to watch. So it looks like he's kind of gotten a general understanding about how to move and rotate and maybe even communicate with his team. Although I think this definitely does put them at the disadvantage since he is still pretty fresh in this game.
Right, and it is, I know a lot of people that have put down their controller and picked up a mouse and keyboard to try out this game, and some people have done it well, some people not so much, but it's gonna be a learning process for a lot of those controller players, so it's awesome to see people picking it up so quickly. See, the red team is fully trapped in the garage here. That breach ult is going to come out and get a stun onto Lagger. He's not going to be able to hold that. Blazo with a nice frag onto Bathtub, though, the arguable red team carry. Ethan with a nice double kill coming in on the red team. Pycronus flanking around the back, trying to find a frag onto Cloudy Baby, who just took down Smoky Magnum. Catches him alone in the garage. Ethan coming in to yoink that kill for his 3K. But that's going to be the blue team's first win. A nice hold there on the garage. Got the red team, all 5 members trapped in the garage. You do not want to be there. You do not want to be trapped in the garage, as that just turns you into a kill box, especially when you're playing against a comp like Brimstone, Raze, and Phoenix. You just leave yourself open to getting damaged by way too much utility.
You know, I'm hoping that streaming mode allows us to see how, if not how, but if these players are pinging each other. Something that I noticed that is people who play this game don't use the ping system a lot.
No, so not very much,
I hope
not
that
at
we
all.
can see it.
The only time I've really seen pings used in my particular gameplay is when someone doesn't have a mic, or if
Super unfortunate.
they see the ping.
Yeah. Drop on them.
It's also very difficult to navigate the players because we can't see the pictures on the minimap. Nice ult and frag there by Ethan. Ethan's gonna take one member down with him. Smokey coming in for the flank frag onto Frosties. And that's gonna be mid control for the blue team. They gotta watch out in the market, though. And the sewers, as there's one member of red lurking in each lane. Ethan taking some heavy damage, only 6 HP remaining. Trying to put down some healing utility. And now retreating back to B Heaven. The bomb in A sewers rotating that way.
You gotta respect how bold Ethan was with dropping that heal right there specifically, because you know, he could still take a lot of damage and have no armor to actually help him out in that scenario. Looks like he's using some really good work right now with his abilities, too.
Yeah, being very cautious.
Very linear with it. There we go.
There we go. Nice flash and kill. Shot his legs out from him. And then Blazo on the other side of the map picking up the final frag for the blue team. That's going to be a blue team win for this round. They bring it back 2-3. Now only down by 1. Cutting that deficit down, which they need to do whenever you lose the first 3 rounds as defenders on Split. It can be really demoralizing, but with Split being such a defender-sided map, you can just grit it out, you stay in it, hold your angles, and don't let the attacking team push unnecessarily. Yeah, I wish we could see the images on the mini-map. So that way, in case there's something happening away from where we are spectating, we would be able to tell what's going on. Bathtub opting for a Marshall here. You can get a look at the weapon loadouts from each team. The red team severely outgunned in this round for sure. Although And not very much money saved to be able to buy some ARs for next round either. See how the defending team is deciding to hold this point here. One frag has already come out from the red side, so it's a 5v4 push here, but the blue team does have the advantage because the red team has to come through that garage point from where they were pushing, but it looks like we might see a rotate.
I don't know if you saw, but I love the collaboration between Smokey and Lagger, utilizing both of their abilities to kind of get a higher ground on top of B point, and that will choke outside. So they use it to like climb up and drop one of the bots to kind of do some legwork for them. So I really like to see that kind of collaboration come into a game like this.
Right, and
especially when they have no chemistry.
Yeah, and it's really nice too to be putting down. Oh, and a nice frag there in Vince.
Good job, Blazo.
Not gonna get fooled there. But the bot, in my opinion, is very underused as a recon tool. Most people throw it down and they're like, maybe I'll get a free kill down this lane. But then they turn around, they walk away, and they go rotate somewhere else and peek somewhere else. What you should do is be keeping an eye on that bot through the wall, since you can see its outline, and it will do a very, very peculiar animation when it sees a person, and then you can call that out for your team. And I know a lot of people don't do that on Raze. They're so focused on the damage. And it's hard not to be focused.
The bot also does, though, is that it adds a mental game to it. You know, how are you going to react to that bot? Are you going to focus your shots and get rid of it, or are you going to back up and try to avoid it? Because that bot does move pretty slow, especially if it's bouncing in between walls.
Right. We got one player of blue holding top ramps and one holding low ramps. Ethan's severely flashed, holding that low side. Blazo getting a nice frag from the top ramps onto the spike carrier. They're all pushing down, forcing him to go into the vents.
Oh, I like this play that Blazo's making right now. Cheesing it really hard right now.
Yeah. Doing a good job of delaying. Pycronus coming in from the other side with a double kill. Nice double kill there from Pycronus. Bathtub getting that spike down, however, on that slant. That's a tough place to land a plant and an easy one to defend because you can't see it from heaven. But anyone that wants to go there, you'll be able to see from heaven. So if red team's able to retake here on heaven, that'd be good. Nice shot from Bathtub there. And a nice ult into the triple kill. That is going to be a 4K for Bathtub, defending the spike admirably. A little knife dancing for us. No, we're doing a little Microsoft Community Game Night casting. And then, maybe hopping into some gameplay after ourselves. So now my real question is, how do I get the fly camera activated? F? O? P? L? I need to play around with this tool some more.
Spamming the... Oh, there we go. I think it was C? V. It's V.
V. Ah, yes. Okay. We go. So it looks like we do have some interesting stuff going on from Garage here. 3 people. We got Sage putting down that ice wall. Not gonna see the Raze there. A nice flank, or a nice corner to hold, but unfortunately gonna go down to Bathtub. And Bathtub taking down a couple others as well in that B Heaven area. That's 3 members of Red on the B site. Blue's gonna have to rotate and do something here.
Bathtub with the amount of slays happening right now on his team, even though he's in the losing side of the team right now. 16 kills and only 4 deaths.
Yes.
What an absolute unit. Holy crap.
He is a monster in this matchup right now. Pycronus getting some nice shots. That's a double kill there.
Oh, no. 1v2 right now. We got Ice Cole, Fortnite champ.
There we go. Blazo coming in with the double peek, and that is something that is also underutilized, in my opinion, in casual play. People treat casual casually, which is completely fine. But one thing that's super underutilized in the casual side of this game is double peeking. Peeking from 2 angles at the same time. As you can see right there, the last remaining member of the attacking team had absolutely no chance to win that whenever Pycronus and, was it Blazo was the other remaining member, peeked at the same time. That was all she wrote. And now we've got the match tied back up at 4-4. Very good job for the attacking side to pick up 4 rounds this early in the half. We're going to see if they're able to pick up another win here. 5 is considered very good for the attacking team in split. Looks like we might see an early rotate here, or just guarding the spawn side. Let's see how these players are choosing to hold the market here. Bathtub coming in, pre-firing the angles, hoping to get somebody. Ethan gonna take him down, pre-fired the wrong angle. Check 2 angles. Ethan was in the third one. Unfortunate for him. Pycronus still holding that market angle. Not sure if he knows there's one there, if he just thinks there's one there. And of course, as soon as we switch away from him, he does land that headshot onto Ice Cole, switching his angle up a little bit. We are gonna have some fun in the sewers. Ethan with another frag. That's 3 kills for him this round. And the last fight could be going down here in mid. And then we had Blazo making some noise in the A ramps area, giving his position away to Bathnub, playing the Omen, not to be confused with Bathtub. And the final peek could be here. Smokey walking down A ramps, making sure that there is no one hiding in these corners. And it looks like we do have the last member of our red team pushing in for that spike. With 5 seconds left, he's not going to have time to plant, but some moral frags to help out the team could be well. However, Blazo's going to say no to any frags for the red team and take him down for a flawless defending round. Now, the red team's going to have to possibly switch up their strategy here. They've been full buying a lot. They don't really have good econ. They have 1 shotgun, 1 Spectre, 2 pistols, and a Bulldog on their team right now. And the blue team is full of Phantoms and Vandals, with 1 person running the Bulldog. But since they have $3,000, you have to think that they're running the Bulldog by choice, not by necessity. We're going to see a full A-push here by the red team. Nice headshot. That ult could catch Bathtub. Catches him for a lot of damage. Not going to be enough, though. Cloudy Baby taking down Blazo with that Spectre. And this econ round is actually looking okay for the red team so far. Oh, and ult there is going to knock Pycronus right off those ropes. Still have 1 member rotating, slow walking through the mid lane and the sewers. Let's see what's going on here in the A Heaven area. The spike has been planted on site. Phoenix there guarding, along with 2 other members of the red team. 2 other members being off site as well. And now the retake. Smokey with a res onto Blazo, and that's going to be 4 members of the blue team back alive now. Lagger going down to Bathtub, however, with a headshot. And a nice hold by the red team on this point. Pycronus finding the first frag on the retake, though. They're running out of time. They need to get onto the site and get that defusal started. Blazo opting to swap to a Vandal, looking for the headshot, doesn't find it, puts a little damage down onto the Raze. Raze dangerously low. They are not going to have enough time. They're just going to try and get out of there and save their money. Ice Cole opting to sacrifice himself. Bathtub getting a 4K, however, getting traded out by Blazo. How's it going, Nub? Yeah, Raging dude, Bathtub is absolutely crushing it right now. 20-7, almost a 3.0 KD. We saw him with a 4.0 KD just a couple rounds ago. But the attacking team picking up a 5th round win is going to be huge for the red team, especially going into the second half when they're defending. Get a nice camera angle here on this A-ramp push that it looks like the red team is lining up for. Grouped up and ready to go. 2 members of blue onto B. That's going to be tough for their push. A lot of utility coming down onto the low ramps. A Phoenix ult. Ethan is going to ult from the low ramps. Catch the Raze sleeping a little bit. Now pushing in is going to get... I don't know what to call that. I guess you're not really killed when you're Phoenix in your ult, but the ult was destroyed. Yeah. He got poofed by Bathnub. Now we've got a blue Omen ult coming in. Pycronus dead in the backline. They were unfortunately able to hear that ult. Now 4 members of the red team all camped out near the sewer entrance. And it looks like we may see a rotate coming out here as they leave. Still holding the angles on A. The blue team is unaware. Blazo starting to make his way over to the B site. Slow walking through A ropes. Doesn't want to give his position away. However, he has Ethan right behind him sprinting through mid like a madman. If there was anyone there, they knew they were coming. I've been told the mic is a little low, so we're gonna get that turned up right now. I did not realize that the gameplay would pause. I apologize for that. We should be good now. And, you know, yeah, we picked the worst times to alt-tab in this game. 3K comes out as as the game's frozen. I apologize. It's because I'm running it in full screen. Shoulda known that would happen. So another round picked up here by the attacking team, and you have to think that this is really going in their favor, even though they're only up by 1 round. Especially when they're getting these wins on the econ rounds as well. And now, this is going to be something interesting to see. We have an Odin coming out for both sides. An early Phoenix ult here in the mid.
Bathtub is just absolutely cracked with those shots. He put a good amount of damage into that person right over there. Who is he shooting at?
Raze getting picked off by the other Raze, trying to use utility at the wrong time. And now an op in A ropes. Ethan with the flank from B Heaven is going to catch the Raze napping on that angle. Have plenty of people in B Heaven. Blazo trying to make his way quietly through A ropes with that operator. Is he going to find the shot? He does find the shot onto Phoenix and onto Bathtub. Oh my goodness. What a shot. What a series of shots. For those of you who may be a little more unfamiliar with the CS style of gameplay that is in Valorant, it is very hard to make those shots when you're the one peeking the angle, especially when Phoenix was holding that angle so tightly. You could only really see about half of Phoenix's body, and he was looking directly at that A-Ropes Vince area. Oh, and that Odin just mowing down Bathnub. Oh my goodness. And mowing down Frosty is the other Odin player. And we're getting a little head jiggle coming in. Is he going to pick up the enemy Odin? Of course, because why not? You got to use the enemy's gun. It's the friendly disrespect, right?
With those shots by Blazo, it was incredible to watch him see whether that was confidence in his shots or if it was just pressure that he shot at a random. But that's the fun thing about Valorant, is that once you see those plays happen, you can only assume that either the player is thoughtful about what his next move is going to be, or really if it's just something that we all, you know, succumb to in any kind of competitive mode, is I'm just firing just so that I can get a shot out and hope for the best. But I'm glad that it worked out in that favor, because those shots still managed to do a lot of good work, especially in favor of winning that round.
Yeah, I really thought he was going to go down, specifically because he slow peeked the angle. That's one thing that you really want to avoid, is slow peeking an angle. Slow peeking an angle is usually certain death in a game like this.
What are you guys doing?
We're... Hello?
Yeah.
So just joined the Discord chat.
Well, hello.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
We're having a Valorant tournament. Also, Region Poner. This is, it's only a 2-team tournament this time. There's a little pop-up community event. And,
Is it money?
yes.
Nope.
Well, it's Microsoft
yeah,
rewards.
no.
Yeah.
I just came to check out the Microsoft Store Discord, and I see this.
Well, welcome to the Microsoft Store Discord. Got an interesting pistol round going on here. Ice Cold getting slayed out by Smokey. It's a 2v2 on the A site. Spike is not down currently. Both members of the attacking team still looking to put down that Spike. Smokey with a good control of A Heaven and Lagger as well, watching that A ropes angle, trying to keep the flanks clear. Not sure where they're going to be coming from. However, you're going to see him coming from that right side door. Bathtub does get Lagger. Smokey doesn't know from where. In a dangerous spot now.
I love you though. Bye.
Bye.
Wait, but are you guys gonna host a Fortnite tournament?
Chris, you guys do Fortnite fairly often, right?
We do Fortnite, actually. We do Fortnite usually on our Friday nights, and usually run it as 2v2 box fights. Get to see a lot of really fun action.
This is pretty funny. Someone just randomly joins the Discord
to watch competitive stuff, but
How do I
today is the day for Valorant, my guy.
How do I participate in Fortnite?
I see a question in the chat of what format we're running. We are running a best of 3 format right now, and there would be a losers bracket if we had any additional teams participating. But right now, we only have these 2 teams playing right now, so we'll only be doing a best of 3 with this tournament.
The next map you'll be seeing is Haven, if I remember correctly. Is that correct? Is that what you said? You decided on Split Haven Bind, right?
Yeah, Bind was last and Haven was second.
Alright. So it looks like we're going to see another A-Ramps push here. Some shots being exchanged between the Raze and the Omen. Raze going down dangerously low, getting healed up by Smokey on that Sage. And a fight is going down mid as well. Got Bathtub holding that B Heaven angle. Now on the blue side. Fragging out on the on Pycronus. Not going to be able to get that push into B Heaven. And now all 3 members of the attacking team stuck in the mid, trying to get that push. Slow walking through, trying to find that angle. Lagger obscured by the smoke. Doesn't know that there's someone waiting for him in B Heaven, and gets destroyed by the Spectre from behind. Frosty's doing work there, getting that spike dropped. A slow orb coming in from Smokey. Blazo doesn't peek the right angle to begin with, but does find the frag onto Frosty's, and that's going to be a good frag to get back control of the spike. However, we do have Bathtub now holding the spike angle, looking to take back control of B Heaven. Gets the concuss down onto a couple members of the red team. Let's see how this is going to play out here. We do have Smokey and Blazo both in. Blazo looking for the push. Are they going to find it? 7 seconds to get the spike down. They're not going to have it. Smokey does have, or Blazo does get the spike down. Smokey's going to go down in B Heaven. Blazo, the last remaining member of the team. 1v3. Can he clutch it out? Omen with half health. Breach with most of his health. And Phoenix with full. Holding this tight angle. Getting peeked from all angles. Does a pre-fire. Gets the Heaven kill. Needs to watch his left. Does get killed from the left by Bathnub. A triple peek. It's hard to win that fight, even if you're Shroud playing against bots, let alone people of equal skill. That's a tough hold.
That's the first defuse we've seen all game too.
That is the first defuse. Good retake by the defending team there, catching a couple of frags on unsuspecting players, Lagger and Smokey coming through the B Heaven area. Unfortunate. Blazo able to get down and get that spike down, which is really important though, because that does give his entire team $300 extra, and that could be the difference. They're saving now, but that could be the difference of having to save for 2 rounds as opposed to save for 1 round. So it looks like we're going to see a heavy garage push here. Looking for the B rush, just trying to get that spike down for a little extra money. They're econing this round, don't necessarily expect to win. Phoenix, the first one out. Smoke on Heaven isn't going to obscure the Sage. Sage not going to find the frag, the double peek. Ethan's going to take down Frosty's. Now the ult coming down on B Heaven. Sage almost going down. Blazo picking up a frag with that ult. And now the red team has complete control of B site, 5-3. This is going to be interesting to see how blue tries to do this. Bathtub fragging out Ethan on the back alley. Now let's see what happens here. Garage. Oh, and the breach ult comes in. Only catches 2. Pycronus going down to the Heaven peak. Coming in from back alley is Bathtub finding a couple frags. Now caught in China. Lagger. Blazo gets a frag but goes down. Traded out by Cloudy Baby. And that is going to be a defuse for the defending team. They should have time. Yeah, I was about to say they should have time, but I guess it could work out differently. Now, as spectators, do you guys like the aerial view better, or do you like watching it from the player perspective? Because we can do whatever you guys like better. I'm just giving you a little taste of both until you decide. This is a interesting match so far, though. I like it. I'm gonna just fly on over here to the A push. One member of red holding the sewers. A push coming out. And that's going to be early kills going out to, or early shots going out, rather, on low A from between Ice Cold and the Rays. Blazo catching the frag onto Ice Cold. Ethan finding Cloudy Baby, unsuspecting. That's going to be most members of Red on A. Bathtub getting a double frag, running with their knives out. Got caught. Smokey now trying to hold that angle. Find Bathtub, get some revenge for her fallen teammates. Gets flashed. Is she going to go down here? No, she is not. Gets the re-peek and gets flashed again. Let's see if there's a peek. No, but the spike does get planted by Red Team. That's $300 confirmed. However, both players of Red get fragged out there. Pycronus, now the only one holding against 3, is going to get stunned here. Throws down the smoke in time. Gets shot through the smoke from both sides. Goes down to Bathnub, the opposing Omen. That's unfortunate. One thing that he did wrong there is, in my opinion at least, is he turned away when he was getting stunned. Right? So when you get stunned by Breach, your accuracy and your fire rate go down. But if you turn away, you can't defend yourself. And I think that's probably why he got a little rough. He was slow putting down the smoke. They were able to spam shots through the smoke, put him down to less than half health before he was even able to fight, really. So it looks like the teams are gearing up. An early Sage Wall coming down at the garage, as we've seen for the most part. Gonna have a full B push here. Grenade going out. Is that gonna find Smokey? Or Frosties, rather? It does do a little bit of damage to Frosties, but not gonna be enough to really do a lot. Lagger walking straight through his own teammate's Phoenix Wall. That's gonna be unfortunate for him. A lot of damage going down there. Ethan finding a frag in the back alley. Now gonna opt to run with his knife out. Very dangerous there. We're gonna try and hold this back alley flank and not let anybody swing through from the spawn of A, as there is one member of Blue still on A. Got some shots being exchanged between Low Garage and Heaven. Bathtub finds Ethan on the back alley, so that back alley is now going to be exposed. Pycronus getting a frag onto the Heaven area, so that's going to be good for them. We got 2 members of Blue pushing the back alley, 1 coming through the Heaven side. Bathtub trying to get a stun down, or not a stun, that's his charge. Oh, gets the blind while Pycronus is on the ropes. He's gonna find a frag there. Bathnub also getting a frag onto Blazo. Smokey gonna trade out there. Ice Cold's not gonna have enough time to defuse this, I don't think. But that's gonna be a full enemy wipe.
Defuse it.
That is really unfortunate. Ice Cold, we feel for you. Good hold there by the defending team, or by the attacking team. They had sight and they held it pretty well. Unfortunately for them, the defending side still had a lot of utility left over, because since a lot of the defenders were positioned at mid and A, they were able to have a lot of utility for the retake of the site, since they didn't use a bunch of utility to slow pushes. Alright, looks like we're gonna see a big garage push here again. An early wall coming out to block that garage. That's the thing a lot of Sages do, is they put down their wall at the very beginning of the round. I personally don't like that. I think that's a bad strategy. I think you should wait for information, because the wall is just so strong, and it can block off an entire angle, that you don't want to use it without having actual information. Ethan now, the entry fragger for the red team, walking through the smoke, gonna try and find someone in the back alley possibly. Opts to move directly through. Frosty's trying to get a peek on that back alley angle. Bathtub is gonna find Ethan hiding in that corner. Frosty's almost gets mollied out there. Not gonna be quite enough. The Marshall there, not gonna be enough. Oh my gosh, Lagger with the shots from the Bulldog. Does end up finding Cloudy Baby on that race. Frosty's trades him out as he's stunned. And now, an ult coming in from Blazo. Could take 2, only takes 1. However, Frosty's at 16 HP, gets the heal off. 1 in the garage. Blazo able to take down Frosties. That's going to be a 3K and a 1v1. Let's see who can do it here. And that's going to be a 4K for Blazo. Clutch round there for him. 10-8, cuts the deficit down by 1. And as you can see, we got Bathtub kind of putting the team on his back right now. 37 and 10. 37 and 10. That is just craziness. It's craziness.
It should be illegal.
That should be illegal. Blazo doing a really good job as well. 21 and 11. Not far behind is Ethan at 19 and 15. Pycronus coming into the middle of the table with 13-13. And then each team with 2 members in the single-digit frag slot. That's okay. We are going to see a big A push here on the A ramps. The Omen teleport going into the screen area. Let's see if we can find out how to get there. There he is. All right. Now, opting to go into the backside of A. See if he has a unique angle on the heaven here. Need to avoid that Raze ulti. Smokey does get a res on Ethan. Now it's going to be a 5v3 for the red team. Frosties does have res available, but unfortunately is nowhere near any of his fallen teammates. Not going to be able to get the res down right now, or at least not a safe res. Bathtub finding Pycronus sleeping on that angle and helping Cloudy Baby take out Lagger there. Frosties does get the res, and Blazo finds Cloudy Baby, but Bathtub takes down the Phoenix ult. Gets flashed. This could be a frag. Ethan taking down Bathtub to carry. Bathtub finding Smokey. Ethan getting the final kill on site, and it's a 1v1. Bathtub finds it. Not going to have enough time to defuse, but is going to do it anyways. And that is Bathnub going down. What a fight there on the A site. They knew they didn't have time. They just rushed in, and they were like, hey, guys, let's frag out. They fragged out. Just not quite enough time.
They're getting more aggressive, too, as you kind of watch both teams start to feel the pressure of getting closer and closer to the end of the match here, too. So really great plays all around at that last part right there. Unfortunate that we're seeing so many people kind of like do a spray and pray and hope for the best here. Those guns, those ARs are really hard to control if you're not familiar with the game. It takes a good split second for you to retune, realign yourself with your shots, so that way you're not gonna get a lot of recoil.
Yeah, and especially if you're moving. A lot of these players are coming from games like Call of Duty or Overwatch, where while you're strafing and shooting, it doesn't actually affect your aim. In this game, if you're moving while you're shooting, you might as well just not even shoot at all. Now, we got another A push coming out here from the attackers on site. There's going to be a nice exchange there between Blazo and Ice Cole. Ice Cole finding a frag before getting traded out by Blazo. And now the red team has control of the A site. Bathtub and Frosties looking to come in from that backside. Spike is down, and they've walled off the middle. They can still be seen from heaven, so Smokey has to watch that heaven angle. Pycronus really needs to watch his back here, as no one else is watching screens. 2 members very close on that screens. Cloudy and Frosty is on that heaven angle. Bathtub in that screens angle, but sitting in smoke now. Blazo not going to be able to find anyone with that Brimstone ult. Bathtub looking for a flash here, not going to find it. Sees the Raze across the way. Now they're going to double peek in the middle. Smokey seeing the Raze. Bathtub and Frosty is getting the double frag, and that is going to be a defuse here for the blue team. Bathtub coming in like an absolute madman. And getting the round win. That's going to be 11-9. See, now what's really exciting for me is that this is such an even game. Almost every tournament that I've seen between not pros has been very one-sided. I haven't seen very even games. They've always been like 13-3, 13-2, 13-4 type games. So I'm very excited that this is 11-9 right now, and that there's just so much potential for some good plays to be seen on Haven as well.
We can only hope for the best that on Haven when we move over, that the next team, whoever loses this round will be able to pick it back up, because this, as you said earlier, this map is really hard to kind of maneuver around, rotate, and just have fun too.
Yeah, this is a fun map. I don't really understand why it gets so much hate in the Valorant community already, but oh my gosh, Ethan already in B Heaven, charging in, just absolutely going nuts here. Doesn't know that there's 2 members of blue right to his right. Finds the first one. That's the carry down. Bathtub going down. Still 72 health remaining for Ethan. Lucky that Blazo was there to hold his back, because he was running with his knife out. That is one thing I see a lot of new players do, because they see a lot of CSGO footage of people running with their knife out to run faster. And then they get caught really hard. Smokey there getting caught by Bathnub while trying to heal up the Brimstone. Lagger's going to go down. Ethan taking down Cloudy Baby, though, trading it out. That's 2v3 for the blue team here. Now 1v3 Pycronus finding the frag onto Bathnub. Now only Phoenix available to try and get that defuse. Not going to find it as Pycronus sees him in heaven after taking down Ethan. That's going to be a round win for the red team. 10-11, the deficit is cut to 1. Very good attacking from both of these teams. Quite poor defensive holding from both of these teams. Very interested to see how this translates to Haven, which is considered the best map to attack on. Now, I assume that the halves will be the same, as in the Pycronus, Lagger, Smokey team is going to be starting as defenders again for the next map. Chris? Alright, Chris may be away for the moment.
I am away.
Okay.
What was the question?
Alright, Phoenix going in here. I wish there was a way to just spectate him and know which one I was picking, but unfortunately, there's not. So Frosty is going to hold this low heaven angle. The attacker is really good control of mid here. The question was, will the teams be keeping their original sides? I.e., will the attacking team, or the defending team that started, be the defending team starting next map as well? Alright. The answer to everything is yes. Ethan holding the back alley angle here with that rate of fire increase. Blue Omen ult coming, or smoke coming down. Bathnub finding the frag from the back alley onto Smokey. It's 2 people on site. Having Ice Cole's back there, not able to frag him out early enough to save Blazo. A 1v1. Omen coming through the fire. Ethan able to take him down. Watching that the whole time. Ethan giving us a little head jig. Alright. 11-11. This is a game, chat. This is an absolute game here. This is really exciting stuff. This is going to be fantastic. So, it looks like the blue team is in a lot of trouble here. Cannot even afford to buy ARs. Now, the question here is, do they save to make sure they can buy ARs for next round? Or do they do a mid-buy and try to win the round with Econ? We got only one member of the team on red side not running an AR, and that'll be Lagger with that Spectre. And a full mid push coming here. Phoenix is going to take a little damage from that grenade. We do see the Omen ult coming in. Now, back in B Heaven. Looking for a member of the blue team. Finds Sage down low. Not going to be able to finish her off. Twice now. Ethan finds a frag in the mid. Oh, runs out of ammo, but Ethan comes in and gets the frag. Good double peek there. Pycronus' life has been saved. Only 14 HP. Smokey probably going to get a heal here soon, unless the heal is down. The heal may be down. Now, let's see if Ice Cold, Bathnub, and Bathtub can retake this site. Bathtub looking for that B Heaven retake. Blazo finding Bathnub with the Vandal. Let's see if Bathtub can get that headshot with the Sheriff to finish him off. Molly going out onto the stair side of B Heaven. I don't know if they know he is there. And now we've got Frosty, I believe, or Ice Cold coming in from the backside. Flashes himself. That could have been dangerous. Probably gets the flash onto the Sage there, the red Sage. Not going to be able to find it. Now the question here. Oh, Blazo finding the frag on the Ice Cold. I was just about to say, does Bathtub save? But he finds the frag onto Ethan. Not going to find the frag on Blazo yet, but finds it now. Is that going to affect the red team's ability to buy? A jump shot coming in from Smokey there at the end. You like to see it. Not very good return on the jump shot, but you like to see it. So, and those extra frags are not going to be enough to keep red team from buying ARs. We're going to see 2 Vandals and a Phantom on the side of the blue team, as well as a Marshal and a Bulldog. So the red team definitely has the advantage here in terms of weaponry. Lagger opting to go with the Spectre, knowing that this is match point. Interesting choice, but some people do prefer the Spectre over the ARs. I do not really agree with that, but no, it's a feeling. So that is Ethan's ult coming out. Finds the frag onto the Phoenix. The blue team Phoenix not able to find a frag onto the red team there. That's going to be an early plant for red team. Now all they have to do is hold this site, and they will have won this round. Or this game. I guess round game match. That's the hierarchy here. Ethan trying to make sure no one can come in through that B Heaven. Hears them. Doesn't know that he could walk out and get 2 easy frags with backs turned right now. Cloudy Baby and Frosty is now trying to retake. Getting shot in the back by Pycronus. Turns around. Gets the 180 frag. and that's going to be 3 members of blue on site. Ethan coming down, getting 2 frags, gonna stop the defuse. Bathtub, though, the last member of the team, is going to have enough time to defuse this bomb, and we are going to see overtime. We're going to see overtime. First match of the... First game of the match. Yeah.
Absolutely insane. This is my first time seeing an overtime, really.
Yeah.
This is so much fun to watch right now.
This is a lot of fun to watch.
I would never have expected that the blue team, with a player who's dropping 44 kills in 13 deaths, is pulling this far away from just clutching a victory right now.
Yeah. It's really interesting, but Ethan has really stepped up for the red team as well.
Oh, definitely.
He was not doing very well in the first half, and now that they're in the second half, he's now top fragging. Blazo was top fragging for almost the entire game for the red team. And so Ethan has definitely made a comeback for himself.
First game jitters, probably.
It happens. Nerves are real. That's why there are some people who can perform really well in online leagues, but the moment they go to a LAN tournament, it's like they've never played the game before. Looks like we're going to have a heavy garage push here. Let's see if we can get a view on this fight here. They're breaking down the wall. Phoenix is through, caught in the slow, so is Raze. They're opting to fast walk. They're going to be heard from miles away. Blazo coming in from the back. Ethan getting fragged out by the Sage. Blazo finding the frag. Lagger getting the trade out onto Frosties. The Sage that did kill Ethan on the entry frag. Ethan's also doing a really good job of entry fragging here. He's being first for his team, using his utility the way he needs to. Bathtub not going to be able to stand up to that Odin power, that rate of fire, that amount of ammo. Both players for blue down low now. Blazo's going to find Ice Cold. Bathtub not going to see Picronus lurking to his left, and that's going to be a game win for the red team. The Sheriff is in town. First win going to Ethan, Blazo, Picronus, Smoky Magnum, and Lagger.
What a comeback, too. They were not doing too well in the first half of that game, and just coming back around and taking the W right there? Like,
yeah.
What about your gods? Particularly Ethan, Bathtub, putting in all that work.
Bathtub with a combat score of 512. 512. That is the highest combat score I've ever seen in a match. That is insane. The highest I think I had seen before that was in the 460s. And even that was
extremely
crazy.
Objective based too. He's got 3 defuses. You know, granted that we haven't seen blue team put a lot of bombs down to begin with, but you know, you could tell who's the actual Pog champ in this tournament.
Yes, and then as I was saying earlier, Ethan doing a great job of entry fragging for his team. 11 first bloods. He got almost half of the first bloods in that match. That's actually crazy. And then Blazo doing very well, and Frosty's both doing very well getting those plants down. 5 and 4 for each of them respectively. Lagger also getting 4 plants as well. So 9 plants all in all for the blue team, or 9, 10, 11, 12 plants actually. The blue team was able to plant on every attacking round besides 1. That's something that the red team is going to have to take into account for Haven. They can't let them plant every round. Retaking a site is so much harder than taking it for the first time. Because you never know, because you can come from any angle, right? And the defenders can come from any angle as well.
Definitely.
But we're also going to have to see Lagger and Smokey probably step it up a little bit for in terms of their econ rating. That's going to be
well, we can definitely see what will happen.
Deficit. Yeah.
They're doing a round switch, so that way one team can switch to attack and the other one to defend. So it's a huge different game changer as well, mentality-wise and chemistry-wise too. So hopefully these players here are going to be able to really communicate, and now that they have a grounds of establishment playing together, be able to really take it to the next level in Haven.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be interesting because, in my opinion, Haven is the only map that could be considered attacker-sided. It's got three places to plant, a lot of different areas to rotate, and
it's a pretty big map too.
It's a
going
huge
across
map.
A and B or A and C.
Yeah, it's a really big map, and I don't know. I think it's very interesting that they're opting to swap. I thought that the red team, I hate just calling them the red team because they were both red at some point, but the bathtub team was gonna want to start as attack on this map.
I really hope we see Blazo really capitalize on his potential skills that we saw earlier with the sniper earlier. Really managing that long over at A spawn or A drop, and hopefully we'll be able to see him make some crazy plays that are super sweaty and just something that I could record, upload to Twitter, and people will be like, hey, who's this guy? He's killing it right now.
Yeah, and well, one reason I think that we didn't get to see a lot of that last game rather, was because it was so much back and forth. Like, let's see, the longest win streak was 3 wins in a row. All of them coming from defender side. So this was an elimination win from the Smoky Lagger team. Oh, actually, the red team, the attacking team on this side, which was Bathtub, Ice Cold, Bathnub, was wait, timeout loss? It's hard. Okay, so they were red here, and red won the match. Okay, sorry. The timeline's a little hard to read from the perspective of team swapping colors, but the Bathtub Bathnub, the Bathtub Bathnub team won 4 games in a row. But even so, on their 4th round, left over in their bank, the richest player was Bathtub, which is no surprise there, with 4,400 left in the bank. So no one really had the opportunity to buy and afford an operator very well. Ethan probably would have been the only other person that I could see really being able to afford to spend the money on an operator while also keeping the game in its natural flow state without losing out on ARs and whatnot. Alright, it looks like we are almost ready here. Ice Cold now back onto the team. We're just waiting for Pycronus now to get back onto the attacking side, and we're going to start on Haven.
Just wanted to put a quick shout out to your Croctopus. I almost called you by your first name there. That's illegal.
Is that really illegal?
I don't know if it's illegal.
Oh, okay. I thought you were being
This is
serious.
Officer Dangle speaking. It's illegal. No, I just want to say a quick shout out to you, man. You're absolutely killing it. You're literally robbing everyone of their own gameplay here, giving them the shout outs and the correct plays, and really giving your audience such a great show here. I've been cautiously watching in the background myself and just really enjoying what you're doing for the Microsoft Store's presentation right now. So great job to you, man. You're absolutely crushing it right now with your casting.
He says, "Stop it! You're gonna make me blush on stream."
Well, if you don't blush, I'm taking it back.
Well, that's fair,
Oh man,
we are now
I'm surprised
into
we don't see anybody
select.
with a Viper here in this. I love seeing some Viper gameplay.
So I know for a fact that Blazo has played Viper in the past, quite seriously. We duo queue often, and he does enjoy playing Viper. However, with 2 other members on their team, assuming they stick with the same play, with only 1 other member of their team going really big smoky player with Pycronus on the Omen, I think Brimstone is actually the right choice in order to get more accurate smokes and also long-lasting smokes. Viper's only got that 1 smoke. She does have the toxic screen, which is really strong, and her ult, which is really strong, but she's only got that 1 smoke. It doesn't last for too terribly long, and it's also really hard to get in an accurate spot from a distance, whereas Omen, you can send a smoke literally across the map while using the mini-map to accurately place it. You can smoke off heaven angles, windows, cubbies. You can smoke off tops of boxes that Raze, Jet, and Omen get to. Jet smokes obviously just don't last long at all. They are good to smoke off an angle, dash across, and then that's about it. If you're using a Jet smoke, you want to be in there very, very quickly. And then with Cypher's good because of the noise that it gives off. But a lot of people don't like playing Cypher because they think he's not really usable as much on attack. And to be honest, if you're dying early, he's not. So if you're not getting through the cipher very quickly, if you're getting to the cipher very quickly, the cipher is going to be almost useless on attack. But I am going to leave you alone for this first round. I need to go and take care of something very quickly, but I will be back. I'm going to leave the camera on one of the attacking members, see what this pistol round has in store for us. Looks like a big A push here, though.
Really excited to see how Bathtub really changes up his gameplay right now, switching from Brimstone to Cypher. Cypher being just, as Ryan's or Croctopus put it earlier, just a really hard character to utilize effectively. Although if you use his traps to the highest possibility, you could actually get a really good hold on any kind of choke point, which is probably why he switched here. Being able to lay out those traps between two different choke points. Last game we saw not a lot of chances to kind of like leave traps. Everyone just kind of funneled into the same A point each time. Let's see what's going on here. We've got Procronus right now watching short long, keeping an eye on that top tower. Got the entire team over here planning at A right now. And Procronus gets taken down by Sova. Blazo with a 3-bomb. Oh my gosh. Smokey picking up Bathnub. Oh my gosh. What an absolute unit. Oh man. Were y'all able to get that? Oh gosh, that was so good. It's really hard to utilize those pistols, especially whenever it comes to the silencer, although the silencer does have a weird good feel with its accuracy. It's so straight shot as compared to just like your normal loadout pistol. And as predicted, we see blue team right now not rocking any kind of SMG or ARs right now. Meanwhile, we got everybody on red team already jumping in, buying some SMGs. We've got Procronus buying a Phantom, which is really interesting here.
All right, I am back. I did hear a little bit of what you're saying about how red team is on SMGs. Good team peek there. Ethan peeking the right, Blazo peeking the left. Blazo getting that frag. So how did the pistol round go? I see that the red team won, but how'd it go?
Oh, it went insanely cool. Blazo picked up a 3-bomb easily, and right now we're seeing Blazo still shredding it right now.
Bathtub, last one left alive with a pistol.
We saw last round too, blue team, or was it red team? Yeah, we saw red team all push A to go drop the bomb. I looks like they're doing a lot. Oh, Blazo, what happened? Where are you going, baby? You're so good.
I didn't even see it. I was watching Bathtub. I just saw him get wrecked. Unfortunately. So we might see some ARs coming out from the blue side here. No one opting to save. Bathnub with 5,200 in the bank is going to be the only one running with a decent economy here, thanks to those 3 kills he has. Blazo with 3,900 left over, opting to stick with the Spectre though. Very interesting. Blazo and I are one of the few people that I think do that. After winning 2 rounds in a row, most people will drop their Spectre and buy an AR. Ethan with a nice early frag onto the Cypher there on the defense. Bathtub switching to the Cypher from the breach earlier. But I always opt to keep my Spectre. I just go heavy shield Spectre. A lot of people don't like that. They don't like the Spectre much at all. Bathnub finding a nice headshot there onto Lagger. Frosty's now peeking in through the mid. Could find the back here of Ethan, but Ethan is actually going to go down to Cloudy Baby from the front. Ice Cold with a headshot onto Blazo. Now,
speaking of things that people don't like, it's interesting to see Cloudy Baby utilizing the Guardian right now. You don't see a lot of people pick up that gun, but it fits really well with this map. I think the way he's using it is a little bit different, and it takes a lot of confidence to get those one taps on those shots.
Right.
But he seems to be putting it to its fullest effect right now.
And honestly, when you're saving, a Guardian is a really good option. The Guardian costs 2,100, I believe.
I'm checking right now. It is 2,700.
No, the Guardian's
No,
the
no,
Guardian?
no, Guardian's not 2,700.
Yeah.
No. I'm looking at the Guardian game or wiki right now, and I'm kind of kept capturing all my information from there. But looks like it wasn't updated recently, but it definitely isn't 2,700.
Yeah, I
I
think
want to
it's
say you're right. It's 21.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but either way, the Guardian is basically just a single fire Vandal, in my opinion. So it's always a good option to have when you're saving. If you're not very confident in getting those single fire headshots, then that's when you opt for something like the Spectre or the Bulldog. The Stinger, in my opinion, you're better off buying a pistol, a Ghost or a Sheriff. Oh, Ethan spots one out in B site here. Probably made the call out. Oh no, it's gonna be right in the middle of that Sova ult. Misses the second one barely.
Oh.
Doesn't allow Sova to get the third one off. Bathnub going down, not able to find the frag onto Ethan with that ult. Very good ult though by Bathnub. Didn't work out for him. Nose raises in that A heaven area.
Running it back too. Goodness. Oh, he's putting that Guardian to work.
Blazo with a nice wallbang on Bathtub there. Bathtub not performing up to the standards we're used to so far. Ethan looking for the back flank on the alley here. Is going to find it, but almost went down. Had to have a 1v1 there with Frosty as Frosty's goes down. Ice Cold going down to Blazo. Now Ethan and Pycronus. Just
So
everyone just swarming on Cloudy, baby. Knowing exactly where he was.
They were afraid.
They were very afraid.
I like to see how Bathtub is the complete different person that we saw him last game too. Right now, 1-4 in his KDA right now. Not really the same player that we saw last game, right?
But another thing that we also have to remember is that the blue team has given up their accurate smoking ability. They no longer have anyone with an accurate smoke. They have Cypher, and that's only Bathtub, and he can't get smokes very far, so he's not able to smoke off these really important angles, such as smoking off A short, so that way you can peek A long for free without getting just absolutely demolished. Ethan already on site, pushing in. Here's him Heaven, probably has already made the call out for the team. 4v4 already, a couple frags going down. Let's see if we can get views on this Heaven play. Nope, Bathnub gets fragged out by Pycronus. Ice Cold taken down on site. We're probably going to see a plant here. Teleportation up to Heaven. Not going to opt to pick up the Marshal though. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Pycronus can now put a smoke right on the right on that sight line without even seeing it. The blue team can't do that anymore. They have to expose themselves. And when you expose yourself while using utility, you're asking to die. Lagger with a nice frag on Frosties to end the round. Honestly, we probably should have been watching that. That one's on me, chat. I was too busy thinking. Thinking is a hard thing to do. See, now eventually, what would be really cool to run for the tournaments is to have an observer, someone who, or like a producer almost. This is the way we used to do it for the Overwatch League, is we would have a producer who would be the observer that was broadcasted. They would only have to worry about working on the camera, and then they could be in the ear of the casters and be like, hey, I'm about to swap camera to, like, Reinhardt. Like, say Reinhardt had his ult ready, and we'd be like, hey, we're about to switch to Reinhardt, so, like, get ready to talk about it.
It's interesting that you
cool.
have a background in the Overwatch League. I've never seen Overwatch in production side be operated. I've only ever seen Halo in Gears of War, and it's completely different. It's very similar to what we're seeing right now, where they allow a driver to kind of like manage individual players' perspectives. So having spectators in between who's got specific weapons. So Valorant is one of those games where you rely on somebody to have the weapon and have that ult. The communication part, though, having somebody driving that spectator role would be super helpful. I agree. And we could do that in next stream.
Yeah, I mean, we can. It's always available to try out. Wow, nice frags, or nice hold coming out there from the blue team.
Yeah.
Shutting down that A push, and I think red team kind of deserved that by pushing A every round. With the exception of that one B push, but even then, that B push I feel like wasn't really planned, per se. It just kind of... Someone saw that it was open and they made the comms and they pushed it. Looks like we're going to see a C push here, though. But yeah, it's very helpful because then... That's why I lose my train of thought a lot, is because I'm trying to talk, and then I'm also trying to remember which heroes are on which buttons on my keyboard. And then it just turns into madness.
No,
See,
it's definitely a beta game too. We could definitely see the spectator tools fleshed out a lot more.
Oh, for sure.
I would prefer to have a number system for my 10 key, so that way I can press the keys and know exactly who's where.
Now, Pycronus getting a teleport, plant, and frag does get found by Cloudy Baby, unfortunately. Lagger, with some pretty lazy crosshair placement there, does get some damage onto Cloudy Baby, finished off by Smoky Magnum. Ethan now doing what he can to get some damage down, healing himself.
Lag gets that shot with his ult.
Now Ice Cold trying to push in from the back alley. Last one left. Walking on the ice. Opting to knife this wall here. I don't really get the knifing the wall. I always pull out my pistol, because I think it's faster. And unless you're being stealthy. If you're being stealthy, fine. Use your knife. But Ice Cold was running around on the glass. He was definitely heard by the enemy team. At that point, whip out your pistol and spam fire the wall down, in my opinion. But one thing I did want to talk about that we saw at the very beginning of the round from Ethan and Blazo both. The defending Raze threw her bot down on the low mid through those garage double doors. And instead of shooting the bot, Blazo and Ethan just backed off to a point where the bot would not see them. So if you shoot that bot, then the bot's already done its job. It's giving you the information that there's someone in the low mid. By them backing off, Raze did not have that information that someone was on the low mid. We have Blazo running that operator again. Let's see if he can get some frags here. We're going to stick to him kind of closely for this round, as there are no other operators in the game. Let's see if he can get these long peaks. No one is in heaven.
Interesting rotation.
Yeah, very interesting rotation. He
could be playing long right now.
Who's over here in the connector? Ethan. Ethan in the connector. Finds that frag on the backside of B and in C. Craziness for them. Blazo's going to be taken out. Headshot by the Vandal. Not going to be able to hold on to that op. Hopefully one of his teammates will pick it up for him. As it is. Oh, a res coming out for Blazo on the op. Let's see if he's going to get taken down immediately. Not quite. Pycronus now pushing into the site, protecting his Raze from that ult. And then that's going to be a 1v5 here for the defending side Raze. Cloudy Baby already being found out by Ethan. That's another 3k for Ethan. Ethan with a 10 and 3 KD coming in to round number 9. Ethan definitely the MVP of this match so far. MVP, we'll say MVP of the half. I don't like saying MVP of the match this early in the game, but so far he is definitely the MVP of the half.
I really hope that we get a play the game similar mechanic into this game, because there's some clutch plays that really deserve to be highlighted, saved,
I agree.
Not the shadow play.
I just wonder if it's hard for Riot to program that in a game like this, since it was never done in CS:GO. Perhaps there's not already a structure, a foundation for them to be like, oh, okay, we just need to do it how they did it, but this way. They're gonna have to design that themselves, as far as I know.
Beta. In the beta, though.
Ethan getting a nice
much feedback
frag.
we can provide them. Let's just add them on Twitter and just scream, give us play the game.
Yep.
Give it.
Cloudy Baby finding... Oh, Blazo taking down Bathtub there with the op. Cloudy Baby finding Ethan. I think their strategy right now is sending Ethan away to pull the pressure off of the push. Let's see if Cloudy Baby can find the frag up here in heaven. Doesn't know that there's one sitting here. Hears him now. Now knows that there's there, but decides to rotate down. Very interesting play here. With 5,500... Oh, never mind. Only 100. At the bottom right of my screen, it shows that this race has 5,500. So I was wondering why they were opting for the save. But now just looking for some frags. Lagger going down to that Guardian. Blazo going down. Is he going to try and grab the op? Oh my god! Get the ace! Oh,
Ooh.
the 4K from
It could
Cloudy.
have happened.
Pycronus,
I
go get your
believe.
teammates up. Oh, no, you're dead. You've accepted it. Did you see how close that was?
It was so close.
Oh my goodness. I wish, like, I don't know if we as observers could, but I wish we could be active in the voice chat, or not the voice chat, the text chat for more, like, non-official things such as this one. So that way we could also talk with the, like, hype up the players for their good plays. Like, obviously, for the more official ones, you definitely don't want the observers able to interact with the players, but... like...
You know, I thought about the same thing. You know what was interesting? What was that called? Where it was like a battle royale, kind of, but you had, like, an observer destroy the map while you try to, like, fight everybody else on the map.
The Darwin
Like
Project.
Darwin Project, there we go. That was an interesting opportunity for streamers, but I don't think it was properly capitalized on due to, like, the structure and the gameplay.
Yeah, it was a good game, but it wasn't a great game. That's the best way I could describe it.
It was a great concept.
Yes. I really liked being the observer. As someone who is currently casting a game, of course I loved being the observer and, like, interacting with the players. Sometimes I would just go in, I'd be like, hey, do you want to be hunted? And if they said yes, I would mark them as hunted. If they said no, I'd be like, alright, well, who do you want to be hunted? And then other days, I was just like, I just want all of you to die as quickly as possible and just destroy the map. It's very fun. Sometimes I would also do trivia with the players. Like, alright, if you can answer me this question, it would be the most random question. Something that they would not know. It would be about my personal life. Be like, if you can guess this, like, then I will give you a drop. It would be like, what's the name of my dog? His name starts with an E. And you get 3 guesses. Or, like, which toe's longer, my big toe or my second toe? like just
I'm
really
actually
dumb
interested
stuff like
in knowing
that.
that question now. Can you answer that?
Oh, of which toe's longer?
Yeah.
They're actually very even. It kind of depends on the day. But I'd say my second toe is probably longer.
Okay, let's talk about what just happened right there. I hope somebody joined in on your stream and just heard like a good 10 to 15 second bit about how long your toes are compared to the other foot.
I mean, we are on the internet. Feet are a hot topic on the internet.
Hey, we're not shaming, you know. You know, feet's your thing, feet's your thing. You know, I like feet because they get me to places. If we didn't have feet, we probably wouldn't have hands, right? Is that how it works?
I don't know if that's exactly how it works, but I can appreciate it.
Bathtub right now. Ooh!
Bathtub with the Bucky kill, the headshot onto Smoky Magnum. Bathtub dropping a 3K earlier that round. Bathtub has woken up a little bit.
I appreciate that Valorant has actually put in some sort of framework around shotguns in this game. Granted, there's not a lot of them to choose from, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I love seeing some shotgun play, but you don't... I mean, like, with Fortnite, we've all seen it happen, and it's just like, okay, it's like the meta, everyone's picking up a shotgun, but here with the shotgun, you gotta choose how you're gonna utilize that gun, and if you're also gonna be spending that economy on there, right? You know, just, of all the things you can buy, you choose a shotgun, and it's just so much more appreciative whenever you see kills happen that way.
Yeah, I will say that I don't really see the judge unless it is, like a meme pick. Like, people are like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna buy the judge and go auto shotty. I see the shorty picked up a lot by oppers, so that way they have a short range option. Oh my gosh, Ethan rushing down that Sova again. Bathtub with another double kill already. Is gonna get caught in Blazo's ult. Does get out alive. Barely. 4v3, red team with control of the site. Or not. They have Spike down. Cloudy Baby finding the frag now, trading out. Watch your left, Blazo. Here they come, and bang. Oh, I thought that was going to be a double kill for Blazo. Only finds one. Frosty is trading out on Blazo and also finding the headshot onto Smoky Magnum. Not sure if that was a collateral or if it was just 2 really well-placed shots, but either way, Frosty's doing big things there for the defending team. They're up 7-5.
You know, Frosty's just putting in some really, really comfortable, wholesome support here. You don't see a lot of Sages really, you know, go in and actually do enough heals for their team, and I think we've seen Frosty's do that.
Another key thing with Frosty and Smokey on both sides is that they're lower on deaths on the team, which you come to expect from your supports. If you're the Sage, you don't want to be the first one running into combat. You want to be back on the back line, let your entry fragger go in, do their thing. If they survive, heal them. If they don't, you know, fight next round. But you definitely don't want your Sage to be the first to die. Nice frag there on Bathtub, or by Bathtub on the pistol round. Frosty is opting to run through the molly to get that plant down. Not a bad play, though. Smokey getting the flank, not going to be able to land the proper shots onto Cloudy. Solus, thank you for that $15 donation. We appreciate you here in the swamp. Couple frags coming out here for the defending team. Bathtub finding the headshot onto Lager. Blazo trading out on Ice Cole. Gonna get headshot by Bathtub. A 1v1 left. Ethan knows Bathtub is in there. Oh, was looking for the window. Bathtub was down low. Bathtub with the 4K on the on the attack with that ghost. That's you hate to see that.
No, I love to see that. It was so juicy.
Okay,
just seeing the head explode right there. You know?
If you're Ethan, you hate to see that.
I would hate to see it too if I was Ethan too. I agree with this.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Solus. I hope you're doing well, recovering. Hope you're having fun with Diablo. Are you? That's what you said. You've been playing a lot. You did turn Blood off, right? No. We should probably do that though. Actually, pretty sure that's like in the actual rules, the Riot rules.
Just wanted to kind of put a quick shout out there. Thank you for everybody who's tuning in to the Microsoft Store Intel Game Night Valorant Community Series event. For a little bit of background, our events are these free online events that we're hosting during the COVID-19 pandemic. Stay home, stay safe, and get some games going in. And every store across the United States, and even if you're not from the United States, you're from UK, Australia, should also have some form of programming going on between Valorant, League of Legends, and even, of course, some of that, Microsoft first-party stuff. We got Halo, Gears of War. I actually just held my Gears of War tournament today, ran some Gridiron, and had a lot of fun with some local people versus New York City, or I can't say New York City, it's just New York, and as well as Los Angeles. What? No. As far as what we're doing today, we're having a little bit of after-hours gameplay. We usually don't run events this late at night, but today is the day we do that, because I get to be at home and host this from the comfort of my own gaming chair, rather besides the ones at work. They're just stools, and they hurt my butt.
You should make a request. Be like, if you're gonna have me hosting these tournaments and sitting down for long hours, I need a proper chair.
So, funny story about that, actually.
Oh, okay.
We have been running these events for about almost 4 years now, and the stores were never designed to be operated for these gaming events. We always have to tear down, set up all of our gaming PCs, and that's every weekend. We hold an event. We set up like 12 PCs every single day from like 1 p.m. to close. So none of the tables, none of the chairs we have in there are designed for gaming. It got so bad to the point that the Woodland store in Houston, Texas, they actually had a team in League of Legends, and their team name was Needs Better Chairs, and that team name went all the way to corporate, and corporate said, "Oh man, this is bad." They actually think we have terrible chairs.
Yeah.
That's our events. So they ordered, in partnership with Asus, these awesome fold-out chairs that all the players play on now.
That's awesome, actually. That's really wholesome. You love to hear stories like that in the gaming community. Oh, a nice retake coming out from Blue here. Pycronus with a nice frag. Oh, Bathtub gonna find 2, though. Not gonna allow that retake to happen easily. Blazo not able to land those shots, getting fragged out by Bathnub. Bathnub with only a little remaining HP left, 14. Blazo very close, but not quite.
Bathtub turning it around completely, too. Last time we saw him on the defending side, he wasn't doing too hot, but as an attacker right now, he's looking at 16-9. He's doing pretty good for himself at this moment, right?
Yeah, he was bottom fragging after round 4, and now he's top fragging.
It's interesting playing a Cypher on this map. You got to rely on those traps to kind of like help you defend, and right now he's using it completely differently. We're seeing him use it as an offensive tactic, which is good.
Yes.
He's not limiting to himself because of his operator or his agent.
They do know that Sage is up top on that wall now. You're going to be able to peek and pre-fire that. Let's see if we can get... Oh, so Sage did opt to drop down. Not going to be able to kill Cloudy Baby, though, before that swing and peek. Frosty's taking down Pycronus. Phoenix going in, trying to get an ulting frag here. Gets one, finds one. Ult goes down. Now Blazo trying to finish off here. Not going to be able to find any. Phoenix blocked off by that wall, opting to rotate through garage. He's probably going to slow down a little bit here. It's 1v4. Opts to drop down loudly. Interesting play. There is going to be someone likely to his left. Yep, and to his right. Yep. 1v4 retakes. Yeah. That's another thing that I noticed with kind of lower level gameplay in Valorant is that people focus too much on destroyable utility. For instance, if you're in a 1v1 with a Sova and he sends out his recon drone, instead of people just rushing around the corner where they know Sova is the most vulnerable that he can ever be during the match, they destroy the drone and then push. And by that time, Sova knows they're pushing, so he's just pre-firing the corner. But and then, like, for the Cypher spy cam dart, Cypher will throw out his camera, and then instead of just pushing the Cypher while he's going to be in his camera, they will destroy the camera first. Now, destroying the camera and the drone does make sense if you're long range, and we talked about it a little bit too earlier with Raze's bot. Oh, Ethan almost lighting Pycronus on fire, looking for a heal for himself there. That would have been dangerous, and it looks like we are going to see a rotate away here from Bathtub. A 1v4 now, going to have to take a site on his own. Looks like he's opting for the mid, since he does have a camera on mid. Possibly looking for that B push. All members of Blue, or not all, but 3 members of Blue on that B site, so he doesn't know that they're in there. The only information he has is that mid is clear. He is still being cautious, though. He's not assuming that they've left B. Oh, and he just saw the Omen smoke come in, so he knows someone's either close or that they're watching it.
Creeping his way in right now. I think he might know someone's up top left. He's got the right idea, but he's got to get a little bit more peek in there.
Yeah, he didn't fully check it.
Oh, no.
And Blazo bunny hops over his dead body. Just to show... Just goes to show you really need to check your corners in this game. And what's really interesting in this game, too, is you don't see it in a lot of shooters. You see it in some shooters, but not a lot of shooters. Is people can see you long before you can see them in some instances. And it's all about how tight of an angle you're holding. So right there, the reason that Bathtub was not able to see Blazo up on those boxes is because Blazo was deeper in the angle than Bathtub was. Bathtub was a little bit shallower on the angle, and therefore wasn't able to fully see Blazo. It's like a big fight going on here at A short. Ethan gets a frag, backs off, waits for his team to rotate. We're now going to be looking A short again. Ethan finds another frag. Pycronus going up to watch that heaven angle, helping Ethan cover that A short. Ethan looking at A lobby, gets the frag onto Bathtub while he's peeking down A long, and Blazo kills Ice Cole from that A long angle. A good round here from the defending side to keep the match even at 9-9. And I'm excited.
Such a huge shift.
Yeah.
Such a huge shift from what we see. You know, we see how comfortable these players get, you know, in different scenarios. I mean, this is kind of like back to the Rainbow Six Siege logic of, you know, attacking is way harder than defending, and it's just right now we're seeing complete opposites right now with how Valorant, you know, gives players that confidence boost and that scalability that they have as a team to utilize, like, you know, utilities, power movements, and as you were talking about it as well, you know, visibility with the amount of screen economy that you have, those tight corners, just really letting you just kind of capitalize on the availability in, like, how you hold those maps and hold those points and those chokes.
Oh, Blazo getting a little bit of a strafe shot there. Shot's not going to be accurate. Does find the one onto the Phoenix, though. Going to be running away from the bot here. Does a lot of damage. Smokey and Pycronus each finding frags there. Now 3 members of Blue locked in the garage. That's not going to be good for them. They're going to have to retake the site here. However, Ethan, with his ult available, is going to use it. Goes in to peek. Now knows that there's someone directly to the left. Lagger finds the frag on Cypher. Interesting that Lagger died to the Sage there. Both Lagger and someone else, I wasn't sure who it was, but both of them died to the Sage there, which was very interesting considering that Ethan had the damage indicator come from his left side. He should have been able to make the call that there was the Cypher in the back corner of the site and that there was someone on the hard left. So very interesting to see that both of those players went down without being able to really return fire. But Ethan, with that knowledge already, was able to swing around and just kind of pre-fire that corner.
No, I really wish that, and it's probably going to come later on, but the spectator mode will also come with some really cool user interface, showcases like how much damage the one player put to the opposing player, because that's lacking a lot right now. I would love to see how much damage and where these people are putting their shots in.
Yeah, and I think that is something that will probably be coming. Although Riot has announced that they are not going to be running their own particular tournaments and whatnot, and that they're going to leave it to third parties, it is still...
Which is smart.
It's still their game, and they have to make it tournament friendly. And that is something that's going to be very tournament friendly, considering people are used to things such as CSGO and the tools, the spectator UI and stuff like that it all has. Looks like the blue team's going to opt to save here. Blazo has that op. He doesn't want to lose it. Only $800 left to his name, or according to the bottom, but he does have 2,000. Lagger with $5,600 to his name is going to be able to buy for Pycronus next round, and Ethan going to be able to buy for himself. Smokey should be able to. 1,900 is usually that magic number of being able to go ahead and buy after dying. I like to leave myself with 1,900 if possible, but if it's a must-win round or a swing round, I'll usually just full buy, even if it puts me down to $0.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're getting close to another overtime game here. I'm hoping we get to it, honestly. I want to see more gameplay.
I would love to see more gameplay. Another overtime here would be fantastic. And I would really like to see how these teams perform in an overtime match, like Game 3.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really fun. I'm gonna see an early wall coming out from the Sage. Now knows that there's a heavy push coming from C Long, based off of all those shots. Smokey opting to stay up there. Doesn't look like she got revealed by the spy cam dart. Grenades coming into that camping area. Not gonna put out any damage onto anyone except for Blazo. Blazo took a little bit. Lagger getting a nice rocket kill there onto the Phoenix. And the red team is kind of trapped in C Long here. Blazo now with a really good angle, but they're all rotating. We've got a fight going on in the mid. Ethan getting a double kill. The red team not expecting them there. Frosty's coming around to try and swing, but that's going to be a triple. Can he find the 4K on Bathnub, who is C Long, but Pycronus finds him instead with the headshot. And this could be the momentum swing that Blue needed. I thought Blue may be a little down on their luck after getting really bullied in that last round, but they did really well on holding the site that round, holding the proper angles. Ethan was the key player in that round, not dying to 3 separate people, being able to take them all down 1v3. It's invaluable to a team whenever you're able to take down or hold your own on a 1vx scenario. We got a heavy mid push coming out here. Sage running that Odin. Gonna be able to put down massive amounts of shots. A raise ult there is gonna find Blazo in the window. That op is gonna be off the counter. Frosty's finding that Omen frag. Ethan killing him. Both Phoenix ults coming down. The red team, or the blue team's Phoenix ult is down. Ethan still having life left, I believe. Yes, Ethan's still alive. Ult down. Finds the frag on the opposite Phoenix. The Cypher can't find it on Bathnub. And Bathnub gets the final frag onto Lagger for the round win. That's going to be 11-11. Gonna just walk to the bomb.
And this entire game just nobody's had any back-to-back wins. It's just when, blue team wins, red team wins, blue team wins, red team wins.
And that's another thing that I think would be cool for observers to have, is that timeline that you get at the end of the game, for us to be able to have that in the middle of the game. Just like hold down tab and have it be a list of rounds at the top, and we don't need any more information other than who won, was it an elimination win, a bomb going off win, or a time win. I think that would be very helpful to kind of talk about momentum. I know momentum is usually reserved for more physical sports, but it is absolutely a thing in video games as well. Frosty's using that res. Now that's going to be a 5v3 for the red team. Good opportunity here for blue team to possibly res, however, and turn this into a 4v5, as they're going to want to be able to hold this. Ethan looking for some entry frags. Smokey does get the res onto Pycronus. Blazo with that op holding down C. Smokey going to go down. Not going to find the shot onto Raze. Does find the shot onto Phoenix. Doesn't find it onto Bathnub. Does find the second shot onto Bathnub. That is a triple kill for Blazo so far.
That was triple? No, I think that was a double. He didn't get the kill on their Phoenix.
He has a... Okay, he has a 3K. It might not have been a triple kill, but he has the 3K. Is going to fall down to Bathtub here, though. Bathtub, you hear him? Come on, Pycronus. You hear him? I don't know if he knows that the spike is down. I don't know if Pycronus knows that. Obviously, Cypher does. Could get the frag right here. The unsuspecting Cypher. Oh my gosh, all he had to do was look up and he could have had it. Oh, and the boom spray. The little bit of just wholesome toxicity. If they're gonna put sprays in the game, you might as well use them. Yeah, Raven, you're 2 minutes late to the tourney. Well, that's okay, because as I believe there is going to be a tournament as well a week from today. Are we going to be running 7 p.m. again or 1 p.m.?
7 p.m. again it is.
All right, 7 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you get your squad together. Sign up on smash.gg. You can follow my Twitter. I've retweeted the link. You can also follow my co-caster's Twitter here. I don't know your at, so I'm not going to even try to spell it.
It's okay, it's not in English. I'll type it in the chat, though.
Yeah, type it in the chat. And then also, if you want to put an invite link to the Microsoft Store Discord in the chat, you can also do that as well. All right.
Just so I'm clear with that Discord, actually, you know what? I'll finish that talk after this game, because it's getting spicy.
No worries, Region, no worries. So we do have some early frags coming out from the blue team. Stopping that Phoenix ult and that entry onto mid. They do get the spike down on C, however. Very interesting play here. Bathtub almost gets the double, but Smokey trades him out. Now Cloudy, walking in a molly, is getting hit from long. Can't turn around in time to get it. Ethan gets the frag there. Blazo with the final frag, and that is going to be the match. Blue team, Sheriff is in town, is gonna win this match, and the prizes that go along with it. Congratulations to them. A 13-11 win to end it out. And boy, what a match that was. We were plugging the Microsoft Discord, my Twitter, and his Twitter, so that way you could find the link to register for next week's tournament. It's a week from today at 7 p.m. Central Time.